Today we're going full floof in the garden.
We're going to be hedging in our square tree beds and planting up our biggest urn.
Welcome to our garden here in Zone 6A, upstate New York. And behind me is one of our first projects for the day. Our Princeton Sentry Ginkgo has a really cool square bed cut out around it. It's very different for our garden. We were inspired by King Charles's garden over in England, where he has square cutouts under his fruit trees, and they're underplanted with lavender. Now, over time, I believe they got shaded out and now it's been switched to Catman. Am I right, Christopher?
I agree, but we have a lot of time before Princeton Sentry does any shading.
Yes, very slow growing, beautiful tree. But underneath here, you can see we have 16 sweet romance lavenders. We are packing them in. Traditionally, lavender for us sometimes struggles because we are so wet here, but this variety has proven to be more successful. Sweet romance lavender, let me just check the tag, grows 12 to 18 inches tall. It's hardy in zones 5 to 9. And yeah. we zone 6, so we're totally good there. And full sun, deer resistant and rabbit resistant. Very important for us because we struggle with both of those things. And I think just a mono hedge in a square pattern underneath here with no drip, because we don't want to overwater the lavender, is going to work out just perfect. And then the second project we have today, after we hedge that and the paperbark maple, is we are going to be planting up our biggest urn. And
I'm covering up the flowers, Eric. So
what was that?
I'm covering up the flowers so they can't see what we're
no
putting
reveal
in
yet. All right. This is our Jensen urn on our Greenwich pedestal, and it's in our east border. It's kind of the last piece of the puzzle in this border so that it's all set for the season. Because we are doing so much floof, which we love in our garden, especially this season, we're very floof heavy. We're adding in our Decor Wow garden obelisk. So we'll put that in there. We've got our drip all set up. This is gonna add some structure, visual eye rest to the floofy container. And I can't wait to show you all the awesome varieties we're adding to this.
Before we get ahead of ourselves on that planter, let's take after the lavender. Originally, we thought we were going to use 12 in each square because we'll be using it here on the Ginkgo and behind Eric under the paperbark maple. But why not use 16? We'll add a third in between each corner to really give that maximum impact. Yes, it's a little bit tighter than the planting instructions might say, but we're impatient and we want full floof in this square, which we like a curved bed, but something about the square under the tree really spoke to us. So realistically, each of the sides will have 5 of the lavender. We won't be amending the whole. There's a little bit of nutrition because we use compost as mulch in there, but we don't really want to heavily feed these. They are a Mediterranean kind of plant. I don't know if there's anything else really to discuss other than we'll probably plant the corners, the middle, then fill the 2 in the center. Mm-hmm. Agreed?
Yeah, that's kind of how we do hedges. We plant the outsides first, then the center, and then fill in the gaps.
Fill in.
And then I think these will keep reflushing throughout the season. I like the color, the blue foliage color against the gold of the Ginkgo.
I think actually too, some of these have some new color coming, some have older blooms. Once we get finished with all of this, we should probably take away as much old as we can so everything flushes together all happily.
All right.
Sounds
good. Do you think there?
Yep.
And there?
And there.
All right, so we'll start with those 2 and then we'll do the middle one because that's what we said we would do.
That's what we'll do. Pop that one out. Let's see what we got.
Careful of irrigation lines.
Nice roots in there. That looks great.
Yeah. These are going to be tight, and I'm excited about that.
Go big or go home.
Well, I'm already home, so I might as well go big.
There you go. Put that one in the center.
How's that?
Nice.
It smells so good. This is probably one of the best smelling projects we've had.
That's for sure. You know what I was thinking about the Princeton Sentry Ginkgo? I was thinking maybe we would run into roots, but I have a feeling this doesn't do a lot of sideways roots because it's always planted in cities. So I bet you the roots go really far down. You know what I mean?
Oh, well,
Instead of
they
out.
usually follow the canopy of the tree, and it's a narrow tree. So it doesn't have a wide canopy.
Big rocks.
You know what I mean?
I agree. That makes some sense.
And you'll notice that I pushed back all this fresh compost so that we wouldn't make too big of a mess.
Keep my edges clean.
That's true. All right. Good?
That looks great.
So I'm going to push some of this forward through the lavender so we can work on the next chunk. Yeah, I don't think this is too many, honestly.
I don't either. Once they looked a lot bigger.
Yeah, once they're in the ground, I think...
In the can, they looked somehow just the tiniest bit smaller. These are the next
How is
two.
this lined up wise? Is it centered?
That is perfectly centered.
What about in the rest of the hedge?
In the rest of the hedge, it looks really good.
Sweet romance lavender. These are gonna thicken up so much. Ugh. Make sure that the crown of your tree is exposed. We do not want to bury that.
No burying the root flare.
Is that what we envisioned?
This is literally what we envisioned. What do you think, Eric?
I'm thinking it is correct. We can tidy up the edge a little bit.
Yep, that'll come out and I'll get done when after the next mow. I'll get these nice and clean.
But this is exactly what we were going for. The exact
vision.
Yes.
Do you feel a little royal, a little piece of royalty now?
Well, I always feel that way.
That's true.
Yeah, I think it works. Very happy with it. And now let's head over here, Christopher, to the Paperbark maple. We're going to do the same thing all over again. This one is going to have a little bit more shade sooner than the Princeton Sentry because it does inevitably get wider. But for now, we will repeat it. Okay. Here we have it, the Paperbark maple underplanted with sweet romance lavender. Very pretty. That'll all fill in. We'll come around and tidy up those edges next mow. And then over here is our little square of sweet romance underneath our Princeton Sentry Ginkgo. I see one that is a little out of line right here. I think I'll adjust that one quick. All right, I think that is better.
Little tidy up there.
There's just like one kind of out of line, and it could just be the shape of this particular plant, but these will all beef up, and it'll be a solid hedge before the end of the season.
I'm so excited. Do you think we can do the Jensen urn now?
Yes, for sure.
For this large planter, we want some big floof. We're going to be starting with a centerpiece of Meteor shower verbena. We're going to use 3 of them. These get up to 30 inches tall, and they'll look really nice popping out through the top of this trellis. We're going to step down with Stratosphere Pink Picotee Gara, which gets 24 inches. So these are both vertical, but this is a little more wafty. Wand flower, right?
Yes.
That's what they call it. It wafts around. Okay, so we'll have a couple of those in there. The next 2 plants we have are both kind of mounding spilling. So this is Superbina Pink Cashmere. Of course, oh, I have one with a bloom. So this will be that nice soft pink, but it gets pretty large. It's a more vigorous Superbina. And then we're going to be trying for the first time Angel Face Cascade Blue Angelonia. I like this foliage. I love the summer snapdragon look, but this doesn't go straight up. It has more of a floof.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how that one does. We've never grown it before.
I'm excited about that in particular. Then we are gonna add in a new for 2026 Supertunia Mini Vista Pink Cloud. Nice iridescent pink color. This will give us some bulk, but also, again, trail. And then we're gonna be tucking in Super Bells, Great Punch, love it. Nice bold flower, not bold foliage, but bold flower that will tie some of this in.
And both of those have yellow centers, which I think is nice.
Yeah, they're a really nice combination together. And honestly, I think we're gonna have a lot more color from that summer Snapdragon than it looks right now. And we're gonna keep going. We have 2 more, believe it or not. And these are both the ultimate in floof. So this is a Bluebird Nemesia. This is a 10 to 12 inch. Lovely fragrance on it, more of that lavendery color. This will be nice for giving softness. And this is a new for 2026 improved lobelia called Laguna Royale Pink, 8 to 12 inch. Yeah, it's just—
I don't know anything about lobelia.
It just says it's a mounding habit. So I'm thinking that we have our trailers, we have our mounds, we have our thrillers. So now we get to plant.
Yeah, let's place them and see what's up. Should we fill with, I think we should add soil first.
That we should definitely
before we
do.
Place.
I may have brought too many bags of soil, but you never know how many.
You never know. Better to have
need.
too many.
So I'm just gonna mix up what was in here a little bit, flatten that out.
Now we did try to overwinter Cascade hydrangeas in here, but they did not make it.
They were not happy.
And that's okay. Now we know.
Now we know. Well, I think it might only be one.
Yeah, I mean, that annual mix is so luscious. Look at it.
It is very lush.
Not as much vermiculite as their potting mix.
Right, but I think it's probably so much organic goodies that they can eat it all up. And there was vermiculite in the soil that was in here previously. And we know it's got a big old drain hole in it because you should have seen us very carefully threading this drip irrigation line up through it. This is gonna be the perfect amount of soil for us to plant it.
Good. I think we should add the obelisk first. So let me set up the camera and help you out.
Okay.
How is this?
It looks good already.
No, I had accidentally bent this one prong by accident at one point.
Wow, it's so much easier to put that on before. It's as if that should be how we do it all the time.
We're learning. How is it spaced out wise?
The spacing looks really good. It's leaning a little towards you.
Is it?
Just a touch. Oh, that might have been it. There we go.
This one right here is bowed a little bit because I was getting frustrated with it. So it got bent.
Oops.
Is it straight up and downish?
Now it's pointing a little towards you, diagonally towards you. It just needs to lean towards the Tromner.
Really?
That's it. That's all it needed.
And is it centered?
It's centered.
All right, let me get my gloves.
One meteor shower.
Don't forget, with the Eco Grandes, you crack the bottom.
Then it pops them right out. A 2.
These make a great centerpiece.
One of the great things about them is they're dense enough to be impactful, but they're not too dense where they overshadow stuff behind them.
How is that? Centered?
That's as centered as they're going to be. Tuck them in nice and tight.
This will really beef out. And then we can do...
Gora.
Yes. I'm trying to think where we'll do 3. 1 here, right?
Yep.
1 here.
Yep.
And then 1 here.
That's it.
Okay. Leave me this. How about you pre-crack those and take them out in a hand? If you don't mind.
Kraken.
You.
This container is going to be full.
Oh, for sure. What do we think of that?
I think very highly of that.
Okay, so let's think about the order these things are going to go in texture-wise.
Well, next I want you to put in the giant pink cashmeres on either side, tucked in, kind of in between where the Gora are.
Or you want to work from the biggest thing out?
I want to work from the biggest out. So I want this tucked in closer towards the meteor shower.
All right, let's switch places.
So these pink cashmeres, we're going to put opposite of each other. Tuck that one in, and I'm going to tuck this in. Oh, they're pokey in the mouth. Tuck this in here in between. Now that those cashmeres are in, so we have our 3 biggest items, let's plan out the order we want the ring around a floof. Ring around the floofage. I'm dying to see this plant next to this plant.
Pretty.
That's a pink, so let's get a purple. We'll try this. I think this would look really nice kind of coming out in this direction.
Is that going to get smothered by that pink cashmere Superbina?
I think this is going to trail right out underneath it.
Oh.
Because the Superbina, it's like it's an up and out.
Oh.
It does trail, but it's more of an up and out.
Okay.
Okay, and then we also have pink cloud. So then the pink cloud should go
maybe on this side of the purple?
On this side of the purple. And then we have the Bluebird Nemesia, which would go here. So the other Bluebird Nemesia would go here. And then pink cloud goes here. Then Cascade Blue goes here. Laguna Pink goes here. And Grape Punch goes here.
It's a lot of pretty textures. It definitely needs the orb.
It needs the orb. The textures are gorgeous. The spacing's a little funky because of the cans and the metal right now. But how do you feel about this as you're looking at it from your vantage?
I think it'll be lovely.
So what I'm going to do is try to make sure that my Cascade Blue and my Cascade Blue are exactly across from each other and keep doing it that way and then not run out of space.
Okay, and then I will take the cans from you.
Perfect. One. Don't step on the Vista.
Don't step on the Vistas. You know what it is? Your big heels on your sneakers. They're huge. That's what you keep stepping on things with.
These are technically waterproof hiking boots. So they have lots of comfort.
Okay, let me get this great punch uncanned for you.
You're uncanny.
It looks really good so far.
Is the spacing looking better as they go in?
Yeah, I wonder if there's too much happening here, but hopefully this Superbina takes over.
That's kind of the thought.
Is this the last variety?
No, there should be 2 things there.
The Laguna Royale? That's it. It's only these last 2. That one and that one, right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's a huge gap right here.
How did we do this?
I don't know. Well, let's go pick something else out to add in. We can fit 2 more things in.
Not gonna lie, that white could be really nice.
A little pop of white.
Little pop of white. How did I manage that?
Whirlwind White Scavola.
Whirlwind White Scavola. There's also 2 Angel Face White.
But they'll be right next to another angel face.
Yeah, they would be. Do the white Scavola. More floof. Okay. Game time decision. We're adding in the Whirlwind White Scavola. This is a great plant, and it has been improved. So it'll have that nice trailing with the 5 petals that kind of face outward. It's a cool little plant.
This added a very nice texture to it that I think it needed.
I agree. I think it did need that texture. Okay.
Very pretty.
Oh, this is going to be one of those deceptive containers where I have a feeling in 4 weeks it's going to be blowing up.
4 weeks, I bet in 1 week if this weather keeps up. We are fully floofed for the day. We have our Jensen urn filled to the brim with some gorgeous floofy cottagey annuals. We've got a centerpiece of Meteor shower verbena. We have some beautiful pickety pink stratosphere Gara, our new for 2026 Supertunia mini Vista pink cloud, angel blue cascade angelonia, improved white scavola, Star Diva white scavola. This is a new pink lobelia that we're very excited to try. Supertunia grape punch, Superbina pink cashmere, and Bluebird Nemesia. That is packed full. Did I miss one?
You didn't miss one. That's
I didn't miss
it.
one. So we've got that floof, and we have our floof around the base of our trees. We are ready for the season.
Thank you so much for joining us as we add this summery floof to our Jensen urn and our square tree beds.
For more information on our garden, please visit growformegardening.com. Please make sure you click like and subscribe. Again, I'm Eric.
And I'm Christopher.
And we're Grow For Me Gardening.
Thanks for growing with us.